Hi everyone. Today I went back to work. It was my first day back at work since Lucas has passed. It was a terrible day. It was so hard to get out of bed and to find the motivation to get ready and go to work and be around people. And although I do feel a little better going to work today, I was trying to get it covered, but I didn't have any luck with that, so I was forced to go in. Yeah, the morning, it was terrible. I was so emotional, just couldn't think straight. It was really tough. I'm so thankful that someone is able to cover my shift tomorrow just so that I can prepare myself for Lucas's service this weekend. His service will be on Sunday this weekend, and I will be doing a live stream on my channel for anyone that wants to join and watch that. We're probably just going to talk about Lucas and talk about who he was as a person and funny memories and just, yeah, celebrate him. I am really nervous for the service. I just don't know if I'm mentally prepared for the whole thing, but I think seeing all of his family and getting together, and my parents are going to meet his parents, and I think everything's going to work out. I'm just not sure how I'm going to go back to work. I'm really struggling with the fact that I have to go back at some point. I just don't want to. And I know that I need to for myself to move on and, continue with my life, because I know Lucas wouldn't want me to give up and quit my job and do all this. And I'm also going to school, which has been really tough for me to do that as well. I go to school once a week and then I have an online class, but that's all been really tough since all of this. There's been so many times where I just want to give up, and I know that I can't do that. Lucas wouldn't want me to give up, so I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep pushing through every day to become a better person. And I currently work at a nursing home. I found that I do not like working in that type of field. It's a lot. I just don't think that that's the right job for me. So I'm hoping that once I finish school, I am able to get a better job. I'm going to school to be a medical assistant, and I will be done with classes in December of this year, and then I'll start an externship in January. So I do have a lot to look forward to, but it's all still very hard to see anything positive out of it, knowing that, Lucas isn't here with me to see me succeeding, and he's not here for me to see him succeed. And it's a really hard thing for me to understand and cope with. I've worked in various treatment centers throughout my recovery, and those were probably my favorite jobs. I learned a lot about people in recovery and, working with addicts and just people that I can relate with, and they even help me. And, I share my insight and stories that they might find helpful for them in their recovery. So it's definitely a very rewarding job. I just got burnt out because I was a recovery technician. So, I'm searching property, I'm doing room searches, hourly rounds, some paperwork, and I've always been interested in the nursing side of a treatment center, like a medication aide or someone who passes meds, or just, doing intakes and stuff like that. I took a break from working in a treatment center earlier this year. I quit my most recent job at the treatment center in, I believe, April of this year, and I truly miss it. I really do miss working at a treatment center, and I think with my degree that could help me, get a job or a position that I really do enjoy. Not to say that I didn't enjoy being a technician, but I like more of the medical side of things. School has been a really good distraction for me through all of this, because I don't want to give up. I want to keep pushing through to reach my goal to finish college, and to possibly, work in a treatment center again someday to continue helping others, which is my biggest passion, to help others in addiction, or people who struggle with mental health in general. So that's kind of where I am at right now. I'm also not trying to overwhelm myself. I don't want too many tasks right now, and Lucas knows this. I'm a very, if I want something, I want it now, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to, be successful or accomplish a goal that I've set. And he knows that I'm always go, 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 and always making lists. And I'm a very organized person, and lately I have not. So that's been something that's also been hard for me to do lately, is to stay prioritized. But I think for the most part, I've been doing pretty well with all that. I think the biggest thing for me was just getting back to work, which is still really hard. But I think as the days go on, it'll get easier. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in life. I want to be able to share my story with you guys when I'm ready. I know some people had said in the comments that they think that I should, and like I've said before, Lucas had always wanted me to share my story, and I have never had the courage to do it, and it's going to take a long time to think of how I'm going to do it, but I think eventually I will do that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for people who are dating an addict or have a loved one who's an addict, just watch for those warning signs and I guess try and do something if you can to help, because that's been a big thing in my mind. What else could I have done to prevent this from happening? And there were a lot of warning signs, and I didn't really realize it until I look back now. There definitely was something wrong, and I was so busy with school and work that, I wasn't putting the pieces together, and, it is a terrible feeling, thinking that there was something else I could have done so that Lucas could still be here today. So yeah, if you know anyone who's struggling, reach out and tell them that they are loved and appreciated and will do great things. And I'm sad that I didn't get to say that to Lucas enough. Maybe he needed to hear that more often, and I just didn't say it because whatever reason, I have my own things going on and my own struggles that it's hard to keep up with everything, and I don't want anyone to have to go through what I'm going through, because it's the worst thing that's happened to me. And if we can prevent someone from using, or just, allow them to stay sober for one more day, it can make a difference. It can save people's lives, and you never know what someone's going through really truly deep down, just like I didn't know with Lucas. I'm hoping these next weeks will get a little easier. Today was definitely a really, really rough day, and I did not think that I was going to make it through my day, but here I am, another day, sober and somewhat healthy. I'm not eating much still, so I probably look very pale and sick, but I just need to continue to eat. I've started a food diary, so I'm keeping track of what I've been eating, and I'm talking with my therapist once, twice a week if needed. And, I'm just doing everything that I can to make sure that I keep up with my self-care and my sobriety. I need to keep my sobriety first and then everything else. But thank you guys for watching. Again, Lucas's service will be on Sunday. If anyone wants to watch the live stream, I'll have that on my channel. 100% sure what time we will start, but in between, I think 2 and 5 is when we're doing it. So